Nutrition Science: Best Practices for Weight Management. With over 70% of Americans currently overweight or obese, it isn't surprising that many individuals report engaging in weight management efforts. A 2019 report from a national survey on current trends in weight loss attempts and strategies found that 42% of adults in the U.S. had recently attempted to lose weight, primarily through reduced food consumption and exercise. The best practices for weight management based on the body of evidence from many years of scientific research. We have just considered the gravity of the obesity problem in the U.S. and worldwide. How is the U.S. combating its weight problem at a national level, and have the approaches been successful? Successful weight loss is defined as individuals intentionally losing at least 10% of their body weight and keeping it off for at least 1 year. Results from some lifestyle intervention studies suggest that most individuals are not successful at long-term weight loss. Yet, an evaluation of successful weight loss involving more than 14,000 participants published in the International Journal of Obesity estimated that more than 1 in 6 Americans, or 17%, who were overweight or obese were successful at both achieving and maintaining a significant level of weight loss. While this estimate is more promising than other studies suggest, it still raises the question, why is achieving long-term weight loss so difficult? Much of the explanation lies in understanding the biology of weight loss. Weight loss has often been viewed as a simple formula: energy in versus energy out. If you consume more calories than you expend, you gain weight. If you expend more calories than you consume, you lose weight. This is the general principle of energy balance as discussed earlier in this unit, and the principle gives foundation to the basic premise of weight management. However, the body is more complex than a simple formula, and much like many functions within the body, weight is tightly regulated. In order to prevent perpetual weight loss or weight gain, every time environmental or behavioral factors change, mechanisms within the body adjust to help normalize weight at a steady point. But our obesogenic environment often promotes behaviors that encourage excessive calorie intake and lower energy expenditure, leading to a higher steady weight over time. When an individual focuses on losing weight, active weight loss efforts often yield initial weight loss. But those same mechanisms that work to maintain a steady weight also kick in during periods of weight loss to help the body defend the original weight. The body recognizes weight loss as a threat to survival, lowering basal metabolic rate to preserve calories and protect against starvation. Additionally, as someone loses weight, there is less physical mass to the body that has to be moved from place to place throughout the day, resulting in fewer calories burned through physical movement and activity, and less metabolically active tissue using calories for fuel throughout the day. Biological differences in individual metabolism may also impact weight loss success. Researchers have found that some individuals have a thrifty metabolism, meaning that they have lower metabolic rate and expend significantly fewer calories when in a fasting or caloric restrictive state, common in weight loss efforts. This results in a lower level of weight loss. In contrast, individuals with a spendthrift metabolism tend to have a higher metabolic rate in a fasting state, burning more calories and thus yielding bigger weight loss results. The results corroborate the idea that some people who are obese may have to work harder to lose weight due to metabolic differences. To add to the challenge of metabolic differences, Research also suggests that changes in hormone levels due to weight loss may impact the body's ability to maintain a lower weight. Decreases in thyroid hormones that regulate metabolism, as well as changing in hormones such as leptin and insulin that affect satiety levels, contribute to the challenge of maintaining a lower weight after initial weight loss occurs. In individuals maintaining a 10% or greater weight loss, all of these changes combine to account for an estimated decrease of 300 to 400 calories in energy expenditure per day beyond what is expected due to the change in body composition alone. These biological factors and their influence on weight are discussed further in the evidence-based approaches to weight loss. In spite of the challenges imposed by biological processes in the body, there is significant evidence to suggest that successful weight loss and maintenance is possible. There are many approaches when considering options for weight loss, and no single treatment is right for everyone. In fact, while following a lower calorie healthy eating plan is often the first approach to weight loss, research shows that there is no single dietary strategy that is superior to others. In the Diet Fits study, followed participants on either a low-fat or low-carbohydrate diet for 1 year and found no significant difference in weight loss between study groups. And both dietary strategies produced a range of weight loss results, and some participants losing over 60 pounds and others gaining 20 pounds over the course of the year, suggesting that what works for one individual may produce varying results in others. The National Weight Control Registry has tracked over 10,000 people who have been successful in losing at least 30 pounds and maintaining this weight loss for at least 1 year. The research findings show that 98% of participants in the registry modified their food intake, and 94% increased their physical activity, mainly by walking. Although there were a great variety of approaches taken, members to achieve successful weight loss, most have reported that their approach involved adhering to a low-calorie, low-fat diet and doing high levels of activity, about 1 hour of exercise per day. Moreover, most members eat breakfast every day, watch fewer than 10 hours of television per week, and weigh themselves at least once per week. About half of them lost weight on their own, and the other half used some type of weight loss program. In most scientific studies, successful weight loss is accomplished only by changing the diet and increasing physical activity together. Doing one without the other limits the amount of weight loss and the length of time that weight loss is sustained. The 2020 Dietary Guidelines for Americans offers specific evidence-based recommendations for dietary changes aimed at keeping calorie intake and balance in physical activity, which is key for weight management. These recommendations include following a healthy eating pattern that accounts for all foods and beverages within an appropriate calorie level, including the following: a variety of vegetables from all of the subgroups, dark green, red and orange, legumes, beans and peas, fruits, especially whole fruits, grains, at least half of which are whole grains, fat-free or low-fat dairy, including milk, yogurt, cheese, or fortified soy beverages, a variety of protein foods, including seafood, lean meats, and poultry, eggs, legumes, and nuts, seeds, and soy products. Oils, including vegetable oils and oils in food, such as seafood and nuts. A healthy eating pattern also limits several components of public health concern in the U.S. Consume less than 10% of calories per day from added sugar. Consume less than 10% of calories per day from saturated fats. Consume less than 2,300 milligrams per day of sodium. If alcohol is consumed, it should be consumed in moderation, up to 1 drink per day for women and up to 2 drinks per day for men, and only by adults of legal drinking age.